What is up, crypto legends? How's everyone doing? I hope you having a fantastic day today. We are going to analyze the situation all together. Take a look at some altcoins. Take a look at the DXY. This is the whole reason because of the thumbnail. Danger. Oh my goodness. What's going to happen? Everything's going to zero. We like those thumbnails, do we? So yeah, guys, make sure to destroy the like button if you are going to enjoy this show. And let's analyze the situation here all together, guys. How's everyone doing? Hope you're doing fantastic. I'm doing good. Hope you're doing good as well, guys. Let me know in the comment section how you're doing, how you're feeling today. Are we going to take a look at some altcoins? I think today we can make it an altcoin live stream. Shall we make this an altcoin live stream? Just go through Bitcoin a little bit. I'll give you my thoughts on Bitcoin. We need to reject from this point here on the DXY. We've had a pretty decent pump today. Getting the rejection. It's no doubt it's in an uptrend. So we cannot, hope for the, let's hope it's not going to break. Let's hope we're going to get rejected. This is like massive bull phase here, massive uptrend channel. So, but it is nevertheless resistance. We are at resistance. This could, we could fail to move higher. It's pretty simple to understand that the pivot point of the DXY to go from bearish to bullish is this pivot level. It is simple. We break through from this level in the next coming days, I'm going to be extremely bearish for Bitcoin for the weeks and months ahead, guys. This is going to be the pivot point where if we do get above $104 here, that is the moment I have to be bearish for the weeks ahead, because this means that we're breaking the multi-monthly 10, 11 months, almost a year of, not a year, but around about 10 months of bearish structure on the DXY. We break here, guys, it will be time to be bearish on Bitcoin for many, many months of bearishness. Whether it does go to 22K, 19K or 10K Bitcoin. But there's still an opportunity for the bulls. There is still an opportunity for the stock market to get an epic bounce from this crucial pivot level. We just tested the obvious last higher, the middle of the range, higher low, pretty obvious higher low, a test, now getting the bounce. Bitcoin has the chance to get that epic bounce as well. We're going to take a look at it right away. What I am looking at here with the Legends community, what happened during yesterday and today. What is this zone? Where are the opportunities? We're going to talk about this right away, guys. Keeping it simple, keeping it easy, sharing the risk management. Easy peasy. Trading is easy when you get risk, when you have good risk management. When you don't have good risk management, that is the moment you need to think and say, where is my stop loss? If I get stopped out, I'm going to lose a lot of money here. I'm going to lose a lot of capital. That means you're doing it wrong. Right? It's kind of easy once you get into the ball. This is why I will not understand, because I was one of those people that I'm going to add to my position. This is a swing long strategy, and I'm just going to add and add and add to my position. Yeah, this is a full recipe to get wrecked. That is what I call it. Never mind, it's a wrecked strategy. Get wrecked strategy. So stay cautious, guys. We have invalidation points. We manage our risk very well. Remember, every single day, that's what you should have written in front of your computer, laptop. Have a notebook and go through some steps. Risk management. Never risk more than 3% of your capital. Have a trading plan. Always have a trading plan. No trading plan, no trade. You need to write that down and remember yourself every single morning. Don't listen to the devil. We always have an angel and we always have a devil. So the devil will come in and say, get into the trade. Come on, never mind stop loss. The price is going to go up. Devil will get you wrecked. Listen to the angel. Listen to have the plan, have the good risk management. You get the deal, right, guys? Come on. We want to be consistent. We want to be every single day, have good decisions. If we're wrong and get stopped out once or twice, it does not matter. We're in the game. Tomorrow, sunshine is out. We're back in the game. I don't want to wake up wrecked. So many people got wrecked here, guys. So many people. So a lot of people must have made some huge gains, no doubt, as well. But I know more people got wrecked here. It's what usually happens. When you see these moves, more people lose money than the people that make money. So, yeah, you get the deal, guys. Don't be in that. Don't be in this area. Don't be in the game. If you are trying to long, you want to have very good risk. Get a pinch. Pac-Man, you are here, guys. Come on, smash up that like button. If you enjoy these streams, I'm going to explain why I'm in this long position on Bybit. It's a day trade long that I did take at this level. We'll explain it right away. I might be adding to the position. I'll explain when I would be adding to the position. I will explain this right away. It's just a day trade. If we do claim 26,300, I will likely close entire position. If we blast through, I will be adding to the position. Only if we reject, I will be closing the position and possibly entering a short. Why? This will be explained right away. This is something that we're looking with the Legends trading community, guys. Will it be explained right away, of course, because yesterday we were very much aware of a possible setup. I think probably you guys, if you have been long enough, you know maybe that this was a long position. Maybe a lot of you did not know. Maybe a lot of you did know. I don't know. I took it. I took some profits already here. Why did I take some profits here? Because we're at the point of control of the range. This is support. I would like to get more profits at higher levels. I've taken most of the profits here, got to be honest. This is why I want to add to the position if we break through and protect position as always. It's a bit of a day trade, not much of a massive, huge capital trade. I did risk less than what I usually risk. Got to be honest, because it was nighttime. I got the alert on TradingView on my phone and said, okay, I'll enter a position, but not too aggressive. Then stayed awake, obviously, for a little bit and protected position. So far, so good. Took profits already. Not a huge amount, but nevertheless, it's a winning trade. We're going to go and analyze the situation, guys, on what happened yesterday, because I had a bit of a bumpy ride yesterday. You know, it was a good day yesterday for me as well, and even better with this moving up. It was not a bad day. It was okay. Profits are profits. They're not massive, but they all add up if you are defensive. So, hola amigo Roman, how are you doing? Pac-Man in the house. David, recession is finally here. It will be curious. I mean, hey, if the DXY does start breaking through, the DXY is gaining value. It's changing the trend. This means that the dollar stays strong. So, yeah, I'm not too sure about the recession is finally here. I wouldn't be too sure. David, maybe yes, right? Hello, guys. Is NVIDIA news good or bad? Well, obviously, it can be bad or news. I haven't checked out. Is it their earnings, NVIDIA earnings? I think NVIDIA did start crashing pretty aggressively. Andy, you legend. Alif, how you doing, my man? Thanks for joining. Soul Diffie, you got deleted. Message from Father Time. So stay cautious of what you say here on the stream. You will be deleted by the mods. How do you handle when a sweep happens on Bybit but not on the other exchanges, or when a sweep happens on other exchanges but not on Bybit? Very good question. It's mostly the sweeps usually happen on the futures exchange, okay? On the spot exchanges, we don't get those sweeps. They are liquidity events because of over leveraged positions. So the market needs to move a little bit of a larger percentage to liquidate that leverage that is in the market, which is not real money. Leverage is not real money. It's borrowed money and it's not real. So at some point, leverage is bad for the market. It can be good for major rallies or major drops, but leverage is what makes the market get that volatility. Markets move because not of you buying Bitcoin and holding it in your wallet. It moves because of traders and leverage. So how do I handle this? Basically, I take a look at futures. Because I trade on futures, so I take a look at the futures chart. I don't take a look at spot charts because I'm not trading spot. So yeah, like I said, for the sweep that happened on Bitcoin, for example, the last about 5 days ago, on futures it went all the way down to 23,600. Maybe on others at 24,000. You might have a couple of $100 on these kind of events because it's a massive liquidation event. On spot, it only reached about $25,000 or so. We can just double check here. Basically, how do I handle it? I just take a look at Bybit. I think Bybit, has billions of dollars. It's enough for us to trade in. But on Coinbase, it went down to 25,200. On Bybit futures, perpetual, it went to 23,600. So that's a $1,600 move extra approximately. Just take a look at Bybit. I would have longed this, but I wasn't. I was sleeping already. It was an early night for me, but this was an epic long position, no doubt. It pumped a couple of $1,000. It was a good long. And yes, yesterday in the Legends community, guys, pay attention. Smash up that like button, guys. Come on, let's get to a couple of $100. It only takes... Come on. Am I that bad? Am I that bad? Am I that bad on YouTube lives? We talk about education here, guys, and the possible setups. In my opinion, if you're here and you're not smashing up the like button, I feel bad. I'll end up crying at night, not sleeping because the like button was not smashed by the community. Come on, guys. I'm trying to read most of the comments as well. I know it can be boring. Just finished ready and now ready to trade, says Jer. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to explain why this was an acceptable short position. I know someone in the Legends getting into a long here and shorting here. We call him Sniper Simon. He might be here in the comment section. But it's recognizing the environment, right? Recognizing the environment and where we at. I longed here, guys. I took some profits on a bounce. Let's explain the trading journey from yesterday to today. And it's just a matter of getting the range, knowing the range. We don't know. There is obviously a slightly higher probability in the price rolling down, but we don't know if the price is from here. I know a lot of people. I'll tell you what, I'll ask the people in a poll, and then we'll continue with the analysis and the levels here in the stream. And then we will take a look at some altcoins and read the comment section. But what comes first, this or this? What comes first? We're trading now at, so we're at $26,000 approximately. What comes first, guys? I'm going to ask this poll. What comes first for Bitcoin? And people are just going to randomly, we don't really know. I don't know. I'm trading the charts. I'm trading the levels. So that's the mentality you need to have. For when you're a trader. When you're a trader, you don't get into random predictions because you just don't know. So you trade the charts, and I'm going to explain why I was looking for longs on this movement down, because we were basically testing the lows of the range. I was very defensive on this move yesterday. I was explaining this to the Legends with some video updates. Of course, we talk about different levels to long or short, such as here, such as here, or such as here, or such as here. And whichever one comes first or gives us the opportunity, we'll hop in. So this is basically a a failed breakout. Sideways, says Philip. Yeah, either not 27 or 25. We're just gonna go sideways. Well, what comes first? This was basically a liquidity grab beneath this low over here, and it was a long trigger. Stop loss was a little bit, it was a little bit wide here, obviously, but you could have managed risk, because if you start losing the low as the back test, if you start losing this low, you know that, you're probably going to get stopped out. It wasn't an easy decision, but it was overall a good trade. And, it was basically a liquidity grab. As soon as you get above this level, then it's an acceptable long. Why was this a take profit and a possible short position? I'll explain that right away, because you might get confused here. As in, why do you think this is a good short, Andy? First of all, it is the point of control of the range, right? If you do get the fixed volume profile, it's big resistance when you at the point of control, or take a look at the VPVR. It's big resistance when you have been consolidating at this range, creating this massive volume. You leave the zone, you come back up to this level, it's going to provide resistance, you like it or not. Whether it manages to break through in the end, it's getting a reaction and it's resistance. So it's an acceptable long. From the pivot high of the dead cat bounce to the low, it is 50% Fibonacci. So, and you are getting that kind of double top, and you're failing to move above this zone over here. I didn't get into the short, because I prefer a bit higher levels for shorting, but it is an acceptable short. If I'm taking profits from this long trade here, it means it's resistance, meaning that it could reject. So it's an acceptable short if you can manage risk here, either entering on the rejection from these highs and the point of control, or back testing the level and shorting here with your stop loss at the high. It's just it's an acceptable short. It's resistance. It's consolidating. I would be very defensive, obviously. Anyway, let's continue here. Let's see the poll. We've got over 100 votes here on the poll, and we have $27,000, 40%, 60%. People say $25,000. So there's more people bearish than bullish in the immediate short term. I'm very much aware. I'm like in 50-50. If there would be a 50-50, I should have added it to the poll. But I couldn't. I didn't. So I would be like 50-50. I recognize this could do this, but I also recognize this could do this, and then maybe come down. So, look like a bear trap, says Satoshi Nakamoto. We got Satoshi here. You need to trade against the sentiment, says DeWalt. DeWalt is a moderator. He's also in the Legends. He's a moderator. He's been proven to be absolutely extremely legit and have great analysis. DeWalt absolutely crushing it. Also sharing information in the Legends. But I like to share my trades, whether I get stopped out or not, at break even or stopped out or taking profits. And one of the scenarios that was mentioned yesterday in the Legends, because we talk about multiple different levels and setups that we need to be ready for. And this is obviously one of them, right? Where we like, this low over here, it could get a bounce. And this was a failed attempt. We went to the next low over here. And that is where we entered the trade that was also mentioned here on the Legends. Hey, this low could be claimed if we get the wick and it's rejected. It's an acceptable long. Now I'm going to explain how, I entered the other level here. It was mentioned also in the Legends community, which is this area over here. So I had an attempt of a long position after claiming this long, this low over here. However, it was defensive. This was a quick scalp day trade where you claim the lows. And like I mentioned, I also tell the community, remember, we in a range and we got a lot of resistance and support squeezed in. So we're scalping the range. So it was an aggressive take profit zone here. at the point of control. It's just, it has to be. Also with the VWAP. VWAP is very much a great tool for scalping and day trading because it provides resistance and support. So after leaving this zone and getting that failed liquidity grab here, it was a great entry and great risk. So when you're looking at these kind of setups and you're scalping, you are, managing your risk very well. As soon as you get that wick and you get above the level, you got a great entry and a stop loss. So, and obviously we're looking for higher, but if, we're hitting resistance, we need to take profit. So obviously the point of control and the VWAP was a must take profit, whether that is 50%, 60%, or you want to close it all. Some people close everything because they recognize the bearish, trend and the resistance. And they say, you know what, I'm taking all of the profits, which is acceptable as long as you protect position here. Because then this is what happens. I took some profits, protected position, got stopped out. Then we had another one right over here, which I entered. It wasn't looking that great. And I was very much aware, if we do create a liquidity grab, we want it to happen fast. Something like this. Movement down, little consolidation, but then recovery. Movement up, bang, movement down quick. When you start tapping, lower highs, tapping, it's like, yeah, I don't like it. I am defensive. So got stopped out of that one in break even after this pump. And then the price dropped a couple of hours after. And then this is the good trade that we get into. But being defensive is the absolute key for trading. So anyway, let's go through the comment section. Then we can take a look at DXY. It was just a brief explanation on what are the levels that we were talking about in the Legends trading community. I like to share what we talk about. We get plans ready. We also got Sam giving the updates. Sam is another coach here, giving the potential levels, the setups as well. And if you want to join, if you want those daily updates, you've got the Legend Trading Community is where I spend, a few hours, analyzing, sharing my setups. You have the Legends Community, guys. If you want to join, maybe you don't like it, you can try it. But, I think it's extremely valuable to make you understand how you can be profitable and have good risk. I think, I want to share my experience there every single day with those smaller time frame setups as well, not only looking at the higher time frames here, such as on YouTube. If you're not interested in joining the community, I prepared here this great course, and it's down below in the description as well. You do get a great discount for it, and it's basically going through all of the modules, going from basics to the advanced to the strategies with the risk management as well, very important, to make you understand how you can be consistent and profitable over time. Obviously, this does take time. You need to very much practice, but overall, the strategies and the knowledge is there. That is the Legends Trading Masterclass, guys. It is down below in the description. If you don't want to join any group and you want to go by your own, you got all the info down over here. A lot of people have been asking, hey, what is this? What is that? Why this? You got a really nice course that I've designed specially for you, so you can, go through it. Let's go through. Mark Dirch, thanks for joining. Mariela Porto, thank you. I got my moderator gang here. Thanks very much for joining. Some comments here that I cannot read out loud. I smashed the like button so hard, I scared the dog flew out of the window. That's absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, we got a nice boost in the like button here. Thank you, guys. Honestly, Andy is by far the best crypto TA YouTube out there. Wow, thank you very much. Yeah, that's I'm not very good at higher time frame predictions, got to be honest. I think you guys know, but overall, I know how to very much scalp and day trade the ranges. Like I explained before, these are a bit of a non-event for me, and I feel very sorry when I see these kind of movements for a lot of people. A lot of people do manage to kind of rush into the trade and make profits, but the ones that I know a lot of people get trapped with these kind of scenarios. And I was looking for longs, but I just got into one trade, got stopped out break even, and then, it is what it is. For people that manage their risk very well, these are kind of a non-event if you're not in a short already from here or here, right? So these are a bit of non-events. You know, the best levels where I can trade, which is day trading, is this area over here, this area over here, you know, this area, small little area from over here. You know, this is where I know how to bang, bang, get in, doing bang, protect, take profit, protect, take profit. This is like too fast. This is like, yo, just let it happen. And whoever got caught in here got exterminated, because there was over 500 million only on Bitcoin liquidations. This is a bad event for a lot of people. So we stay away. If you're not already in that trade, in that short, you want to stay away from these events trying to long a falling knife, because you will get exterminated. And the ones who are adding to their long positions as a swing long strategy for the next bull market is like, dude, you're heavily in negative right now, and you might get a relief rally and you could get out in luck with less losses. But you know, if we do come down here right now, your swing long strategy is going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem in your life if you're holding a negative, highly negative position. Because yes, we can get into swing longs, but they will be in here. They will be here. These levels were actually traded in the Legends community. We longed the absolute bottom here in June, and we shorted the absolute top. However, as a day trader, I was very happy with the profits from this run up to test these highs over here. Same scenario as here, but could have holded one of those long positions, 10% of it, and just say, hey, look, I shorted here and I got, you know, 600% profit. I don't really care about that because I'm trading the range. But yeah, this swing trade strategy of holding and adding to position is dangerous, guys. It's dangerous. So we want to stay away from that. Protecting profit, bang, 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 Mariella, you got that damn right. Trading the ranges with SFP is far more profitable than most strategies at the market ranges for 75 to 8%, 80% win rate. You got that right also. Andy, you definitely put out the best and most educational in the space. Plus, you make it easy to understand. Father Time, thank you very much for those kind words. I do try my best. To be honest, you are good at what you do, says I am the one. Thank you very much. Love from Albania. Keep it up. Chakra. Phenomenal. Crude oil inventories. Updates. Will it affect BTC? Probably not directly. Will it affect the other markets and then BTC? Probably yes. Rule number one. Andy. Hello. Any ideas for ACH? ACH. It's a heavy accumulation point of control. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, no doubt, this could be a kind of an accumulation zone. And this is a spring point to, you know, claim the highs of the levels. It's definitely a possibility. I am betting on that to happen. But obviously, I'm not longing here. You know, want to long from here. Want to take most of the profits here. If we start breaking through here, this range, I will add to the position so we can get a little bit more in the position so the profits can be wider. If we reject from this zone, I will be closing most of the position because this is obviously the high of the range. It could get rejected. We're just going to have to wait and see how the price reacts to that zone. Inverse head and shoulder on the 15-minute time frame. Let's take a look at some analysis here from the community to see if it is inverse head and shoulder on the 15-minute. It's a bit of a dodgy one, but yes, it's you could arguably discuss. It's a inverted head and shoulder. Yeah, you could arguably discuss it. It could be a reversal pattern. So anyway. Let's go right away. Bitcoin looking more like Wickcoin. Danger Will Robertson. Right, guys. If you shall we take a look at some altcoins? I'm going to do trading on demand, analysis on demand which is I will let you guys pick some altcoins in the comment section so we can do a full analysis on an altcoin. DXY at a crucial pivot zone for a potential blast off or a reversal. It either reverses from here or it blasts through. The pivot point is this one. If it breaks through this level, it is sayonara baby for Bitcoin and stocks, because the next coming weeks and months will likely be bullish for the DXY. It's the trend reversal shift. Let's take a look at MATIC for DeWalt right away. Let's do MATIC. Best stop loss is the one in profit. You got that right. Yes, for sure. You know, this is why we protect very... I get stopped out at break even many times. The latest ones was shared here in the Legends community, of course. I share the money shots as well. We got, you know, some people entering here. The short position, we got Simon here. Also a lot of people entering that long position that was mentioned also in the Legends community, getting into that long position at the swing failure pattern, basically at $25,600. But I like to share my, you know, this is one of my trades. You know, this is also one of my trades. You know, when I'm defensive, like, you know, this was the first profit level at the point of control, but the latest one obviously being that, you know, trade that we've had that didn't manage to get some really nice profits. But I like to share my trades as well, you know, and basically what I talk about in the Legends community, you know, talking through, I'm defending, I'm protecting, I don't like it that much. If we break through, I'm looking for this low. You get the deal, right? Let's take a look at MATIC right away here for DeWalt. We can do some full analysis on MATIC network. Let's take a look. It seems like the S&P 500 has tested this last higher low. We got the gap here, which is very disturbing. You know, the good thing about getting close to the gap, I think most of people are going to think, right, this is it. This gap is going to be filled on the S&P, but it could be filled later. It might get a bump, you know, a nice run up, and then it might get filled. So it might get some bullish momentum here during the next coming days, especially if the DXY rejects from this zone. No doubt we will see a recovery on the stock market and Bitcoin and crypto. So let's go right away with MATIC and do some full analysis right away. What is new with MATIC? I think we're going to go with Binance just because we have more data. So on the logarithmic, let's get this out of the way. Phew. It looks interesting. This does look interesting. Just take a look at the volume profile here. It's probably not going to give us much info. We've got massive rejection from this high peak here. What is interesting here is we are just about to claim this low. So, I mean, this could be a liquidity grab. We love these double bottoms, double tops, SFP if you wish, scenarios, because they're very effective. So could we test the low here and get a massive buying opportunity on MATIC, dipping below 50 cents and getting a recovery? It's very much a possibility. We do take a look at this range over here. Yeah, it's basically not giving us much. Point of control did manage to bounce here, as you can see from this range. So we got this consolidation area back in May and June that we had a point of control right there that provided that good support. So the point of control from this consolidation. So that was kind of an acceptable long after getting the wick here above that naked point of control range. But right now, it is below, it is broken through. So the next scenario here on MATIC would be, how are we going to test this low? It might end up into a massive wick and then a recovery. Interesting enough, this is the daily chart. So, I mean, we are retracing well past the 7/8 Fibonacci. So Fibonacci from this pivot low is just not going to give us much, really. We've got the 0.88, which would be, it's possible. I mean, 0.88 could be a very much, it's like the limit level for a harmonic. And I'm not sure if this is going to form a huge harmonic pattern, going from the all-time high to the low right there to the 0.88, right? And then get a recovery in the next coming months, getting above B point. I mean, we got to leave it as it's definitely an option. If it doesn't blast through the 0.88 and beneath this low, you know, we need to be aware that this could be the overall low, and it might not reach there. I'm talking about 32 cents here for MATIC. So we just need to be ready to know how to get into a long position and be defensive. And it's as simple as waiting for the low to be claimed. There's another disturbing higher low here on the higher time frame on MATIC, which is this pivot over here on June of 2022. So could we reach that level? It's definitely a long level as well. So we just need to be ready here on this set scenario. Obviously, taking a look at stocks, taking a look at Bitcoin, right? Recognizing if Bitcoin does have the opportunity for a bounce, then altcoins will also have that opportunity. So we always need to take Bitcoin into consideration. And this low on MATIC, which is exactly at 41 cents, is definitely a level of interest for a potential, SFP basically, right? Not even managing to hit this low. We might leave this low behind, because that is just round about getting to the 0.88 fib from the pivot low to the pivot high of the run up we've had the last few months. So yeah, like I said, we've got two pivots here to be very good with risk management and be defensive. Not much to say, because this could end up into a huge massive rally, no doubt. Yeah, we have been trending down for several months on a lot of the altcoins. And you know what happens when you create this downtrend. All of these lower highs will be eaten up at some point, whether that's in the next month or in the next 4 months, right? So it's looking at a swing trade mentality here. So it might be a boring several months, get into a swing long position. So I think, the best levels here is this low over here. If this one slices through, we got the next level here, right there at 41 cents. So it's 51 cents, 50 cents, or 41 cents. And I would put an alert here, just slightly at the low. That's what I would do there, right there. Create an alert just below the low that was created a few days ago. And I would be very much interested to see the reaction to get into a swing, possible swing long position, because this could double bottom, no doubt. And obviously a target would be this high over here, the neckline. It could be a double bottom and aiming for the neckline at least. And then obviously you could reject miserably from this level. But it's definitely it's definitely a plan. It's definitely a plan. Would be very much a nice target. It might take several weeks to get up there, because it's a 60% pump, but it's very much realistic. So that's kind of my overview, keeping it simple, keeping it easy. We have to recognize Bitcoin, we have to recognize the DXY. Who knows? This low will maybe not be taken, and it might get a recovery from here. Preferably, we would want the low being taken to take the decision. Andy, the most important question is, what do you think about Chainlink? How much lower can it go? Let's take a look at Chainlink right away. And looking at Chainlink, it's this for me is a massive accumulation zone. Chainlink is, I'll tell you what Chainlink is going to do with high probability in the coming weeks, whether it's 4 weeks or 2 weeks or 10 weeks, it's likely to not successfully break down the low of the range. It can be tested. It can be tested, but that would be a massive spring point if this was not the spring point, guys. Because this for me is an accumulation zone for Chainlink. It's been trading inside of $5 to $9 for over a year now. And after such a severe drop, you know, this ain't a continuation bear flag. You know, it's just because it would go to -$4, right? It's very clear for me that this is an accumulation zone. And yeah, basically, you know, the breakout will happen above $9 in the months to come, right? Whether it's weeks or months. The movement down beneath this level is going to be like the best point to buy Chainlink, right? If it does dip beneath $5, I will be buying Chainlink for sure. That is 100% sure, because this is not a level of support where it's going to successfully move down and go to $2. You know, it's not an event that it's highly probable after this large consolidation. This is for me a pretty clear accumulation zone. So what is likely to happen is it will fake out, or, you know, have a bit of price action beneath a zone here of the lows of this area, and then start a major recovery in the months to come, entering into 2024 potentially. If we were to go lower, so no doubt that for me the successful breakout will be above of the highs of this box. The successful breakout, how long that ever takes, will be above $9. It won't be beneath $5. Beneath $5 will just be the opportunity zone to scoop up some more Chainlink. Pretty clear and obvious for me. It's a massive resistance zone as well. So you know, you would expect a fake out above these levels. Going down to $1.50 Chainlink, it's just there would have to be a massive black swan event for that. We will be millionaires using this knowledge. Hey, I mean, you know, there will be a bull cycle, especially for 100% sure for Bitcoin. A lot of the major altcoins, for me personally, such as Chainlink, because I think they are just, it's an absolutely crazy technology that they want to implement. And it will be, yeah, I think, you know, Chainlink is one of those cryptos that will 10x, you know, will 20x in the next bull run. 20x, $100 Chainlink. I'm not sure if it will be in the next bull run, but overall, for me, it's an easy 10x Chainlink for the next bull run. You might not believe it right now. You might think that crypto is doomed and everything's changed. Yeah, you know, it was the same the last cycle. Last cycle was also crypto's done. You know, crypto, it happens every cycle, right? And technology behind this, it's a working product, and the things that they are achieving is very, very impressive. Andy, is that accumulation for link or distribution? Yeah, accumulation. For me, it is a pretty obvious accumulation, because, you know, after, you know, distribution happens here. It's not much of a distribution pattern, but on a cycle, obviously, you know, you're selling here with a dead cat bounce of a major crash, and all the selling momentum happens here. You know, after a 70-80% drop, you know, 90% drop, it's pretty obvious that this is an accumulation zone. We could get tricked by the market makers, by the global power, right? And we could get tricked and think that we are going to go lower, but that is your moment. That is your moment. And it's as simple as pulling out, I mean, not the first mini cycle from Chainlink, but overall, taking a look at ADA. ADA is the best chart you can take a look at to recognize the cycle, basically, right? You know, you have a massive, large range, and it looks much better on Chainlink, you know, than on ADA. But you have a massive wide range going from the lows to the highs, basically, of the range. And obviously, when you drop beneath the low of a massive crash and you consolidate for over a year, you know that the lows is your crucial level to buy in when you're coming from a downtrend and you're consolidating. So it's like it's the, you know, this was C19. It was during that Black Swan event. So you get the deal, right? You get the deal. Coming from an aggressive 90%, 95% drop, you know, it's consolidating for over a year. You know, it's an accumulation zone. You know, you're going to break support and go to lower levels. I mean, this was already trading at about 2 cents, so it's like you haven't got much more downside to go here. So yeah, I know it doesn't look good, guys. I know recession is around the corner, yes, but it's all about dollar cost averaging. Hello, Andy. Can you take a look at ADA, please? Yes, we can take a look at ADA right away. We bought Chainlink for the technology. Yes, sir. I'm here for the tech. Crow, I think, is an accumulation. Either that or it's heading to 3 cents. Andy, can you please take a look at ADA? Let's take a look at ADA right away here for the community. Seen a lot of requests on ADA. Okay, ADA. And then we'll go with Crow. How about that? Let's go with ADA right away and analyze the situation with ADA. Interesting here. We must have talked about here. I mean, there's just 2 trend lines, really basic, really newbie kind of trend lines, but they can mean a lot. They can mean a lot, and I'm just going to explain right away. I mean, a beautiful test of the bottom here on ADA. We haven't got much here to rely on the data, so we're just going to go on lower time frames and analyze the situation. I think we talked about a possible bump and run scenario here, and we had a breakout. We had a bump and run. However, it's testing the trend line consistently. You know, it could manage to hold at the end of the day and get the bounce, but it broke out very nicely. We had the possibility it did get one bounce, but it just got weaker and weaker. So you just very much acknowledge that, hey, if you bounce and you know, and you're not moving higher and you're just creating lower highs, you know that you're just losing probabilities. You want to test the level, get one bounce, maybe 2, and then just move. If you don't move here already, then it's, you know, you're rolling down. So this was a beautiful test right there. This happened in June of this year. Beautiful drop. I think ADA, there was a bit of FUD on ADA getting this wick down to test the lows from December of 2022, sorry. Great long in opportunity. You know, this had a pump of, what was it, about 30% or so, 50% from that current low SFP. It's just a classic double bottom, but you are kind of rolling down here. I think, you know, it definitely has a possibility. It's back testing the SFP level. So this is also a great strategy where you create the failed breakout from the lows, and it actually back tested it to the exact cent. So let's just take a look at that. From that low pivot, hang on a second, no, we got another one there. From the low pivot here, I think it was just about, yeah, it was, I mean, look at that. It's a perfect test of the low from December of 2022. This is how powerful technical analysis can be when you recognize the back test of the levels. 0.239. 0.239. 0.239. Do you know what was the low in December of 2022, it was 0.239. It's a microcent, touch to the microcent here, getting the back test and the bounce. This happened on the drop from the other day. I've got to be honest, it is difficult to get into this move because you're longing basically the falling knife. You just need to say, right, you know, how can I manage my risk here? You shouldn't go too far off with a stop loss, you know, because I mean, we don't know how severe the drop can be, but it's definitely a long attempt. So it's a beautiful bounce here of, I don't know, was it 5, 10, 13% bounce from the back test of the low, which already created that failed breakout. So you're failing to break out here. This is a quick long position at this range. Beautiful recovery, beautiful gains. Back test it with the drop that we had the other day, getting a significant bounce already for a nice, you know, small little swing trade. Could still be in that position. So I think you kind of, it's a bit risky here to get into a long, no doubt. You know, you should long at the lowest level possible, because then, you know, you could be in a free trade. But I like the possibility here of failed breakout, back test. We off to the races here in the next coming weeks. You know, just see how powerful these small little easy levels are. When you look at price action and candlesticks, it's just this went exactly to the microcent. It touched it to the exact microcent. Rushing into a long here, you could take it as a swing long position. I wouldn't go too crazy with a stop loss, but it all really depends on Bitcoin. We know that the DXY could fail miserably here. It's an option, it's a possibility, but we just need to be defensive. If the DXY continues this downtrend, we need to understand it's very much a possibility that DXY might collapse in the coming weeks and to claim this low. It's all about claiming highs and lows. So if it fails, you know, my overall target, if we get back beneath here and get a significant drop, I would easily say, hey, we got a high chance that DXY will come down to the 99 level, you know, and test it and maybe even go lower. So if this were to be the case, we are at a crucial pivot point on Bitcoin and altcoins, where if this does happen, which is very much a possibility, then we know that this might be a huge double bottom on ADA, and that major relief rally could happen. I know it sounds insane. I know it sounds not possible. You are crazy. Markets are going to crash. DXY will pump. And that will be the end of it. And we're going to go lower. Of course that can happen. But the best thing is to manage risk. Hey, you can get into a nice swing long trade. Potentially to get into, you know, this could be an epic bounce for Cardano. At least to claim this high over here anyway. Which would be the kind of the neckline of the double bottom. And then if it breaks, then yeah, we could look for you know, even the next lower highs. There's a lot of bearishness right now, which is good for the market, of course. People need to be bearish for the market to pump. So it's all about managing risk. This could be a swing trade that could take weeks, guys. But I think it would have been nice to get here in this trade, no doubt. But it's, you know, we're still kind of not late for it, right? And I wouldn't go crazy. This is the kind of stop loss that I would not risk 10% of my capital. You know, I would risk 1%, you know, give it a chance to possibly gain 4% in the next coming weeks. I think it's a chance that it does have. And the only chance that, you know, these altcoins have this possibility is the DXY. You know, it's at a resistance zone. Yes, it's at a level that it could smash out, guys. This is why it's not that easy to recognize, you know, will it break out? Is this just getting ready for a blast off? And that is obviously when Bitcoin and crypto will collapse even more. But manage your risk, you know. This ain't going to be that epic, you know, swing trade that is going to make you millions. It's just another trade. It's just another trade to add up to to your capital, right? So I know a lot of people want to make millions in a trade or in 10 trades, but it's all about managing risk and recognizing the possibility of the rally happening. It's a possibility. The lows have been taken already. There's a lot of lower highs that haven't been taken here. So it's a possibility. Let's leave it that way. A lot of people that are bearish are gonna be like, you are out of your mind. This is not possible. But this is the best moment to believe so. It could happen when it's bearishness, when Bitcoin's dropping down aggressively, when we are calling for 20k, not, you know, 15k again. The bottom is not in for Bitcoin. Let me ask the poll here. We got almost a 50-50 here. What comes next, 25k or 27k? We got almost a 50-50 here. But yeah, Cardano, all of these altcoins that are mentioned here on the live stream can be traded on Bybit. Okay, Bybit does support all of these altcoins, and that is, for me, the best exchange that you can trade on. You know the deal. If you haven't got Bybit account already, you have the link in the description, which also supports the channel, but it gets you a great bonus. Depending on what you deposit, you can get up to $30,000. I got to say, I did claim this bonus, of course. And it's basically free bonus to trade with, right? You can withdraw the profits that you make with the bonus. And Bybit for me is number one. If you don't want to do KYC or put any of your identification, you just want to sign up with an email and a password, you got Bitflex down below as well, guys. You also get a really nice bonus for the small fish. You get $10 if you deposit $100 on Bitflex, guys. No KYC, email and password. You got a nice tutorial that I made also on YouTube, which is beneath the link. Okay, so you can know how the platform works. Very easy to understand. So it's another way to support the channel, of course, guys, as it is an affiliate link. But you get the best bonus that there is available. And if you want to see me here continue with YouTube, with talking about my opinions, my easy setups here, not getting too fancy with moving averages and too many things on the chart, keeping it simple, then you want to smash the like button. And if you want to use one of the links, then you can. Right, hey Andy, mini double bottom with bullish divergence for AGIX on the 4-hourly time frame. What do you think, says Marchi? Let's take a look at that one. I guess if you're talking about bullish divergence, that's on the RSI, or is it CVD divergence? I would assume it's RSI divergence. Let's take a look at this one right away. Is that on the lower time frames? This one got a significant rally. Wow, this one did a 10x almost from the lows created here in December. This one did perform very well. But yeah, this no doubt that this is a nice, when you take a look at these charts, it's a nice, I like it. I like this chart for a recovery because I will be taking a look at lows. I will be taking a look at, clear higher low levels. And it would be nice to this low to be taken properly from this consolidation created on January, right? Keeping it extremely simple, guys. It's just a basic liquidity area, which would be nice to be claimed properly, right? If that were to be properly, liquidated, basically, obviously the recovery here is very, very real. It's just very real to happen. So on this chart, I assume that you're looking at the RSI, and not a huge fan of RSI, but when it's oversold or overbought, well, obviously at some point it will have to reverse. So taking a look at RSI here on this one, you're saying that there's bullish divergence. meaning that the price action is creating lower lows and higher lows on the RSI. For the moment, I don't see it on the daily, on the yeah, there's not much. There is a bit on the daily of bullish. No, it's not really. You're creating lower lows on the RSI from this low and this low. It's at oversold territory, so could the bounce happen? Absolutely yes. I don't see the bullish. You need to have higher lows on the RSI and lower lows on the price action. So no lower lows here. So there's no bullish divergence, and there's lower lows here, but there's no higher lows on the RSI. So, you know, I cannot see it anyway on the RSI, but it's at oversold territory. And we are just about to claim all of these lows. We kind of tapped it. It would be nice, like I said, even better to take that long decision to get a bit more panic in the market, claim those lows here in the case of AGIX. And as soon as you recover above the level, you don't long here. We long as soon as we get acceptance above the lows. So just like here, this ain't a long level, you know, for example, here. Or for example here, right? We got two, you know, you think, okay, we claim the lows and we recover, but look at the candlestick. Nope, it doesn't get above, it stays below and it continues dropping. Same with this low. You're gonna long here? No, because you slice through it. There's no recover, there's no wick, there's no recovery. So you would want to see that recovery here from this low to take that long decision. If it stays beneath the low, then no long can be taken. You might continue to the downside. Just keeping it simple here. Short the BTC. Short the BTC. If I would have shorted here, I would have got stopped out at break even already. I very much acknowledge that, hey, lows of the area have been claimed. Lows of the area have been claimed. All of those long positions that had stop losses here or here have been liquidated. Are we going to build up some shorts now because people are very bearish and liquidate the longs? I'm in favor of liquidating the short, from this range. However, I will be bearish. I will be looking for shorts as we pump into this area. Of course I will. Of course I will. So no doubt this is resistance for Bitcoin. It's basically the point of control of the range. So it's struggling very much, but it has a chance. It has a chance. No doubt that this is resistance. You know, if you want to manage your risk here and you think that 25k is going to come, it's as simple as manage risk. Don't have stop losses all the way up here, because if price recovers, it will absolutely not burn you, but you can lose a significant amount. So you want to cut those losses. Have invalidation points, because hey, it might come down to the lows and even go lower with this dead cat bounce. So when you're looking at these kind of setups, you just want to manage your risk very well with nice invalidations. You know, stop loss here or here is just not, it's not part of the game. Even though if you start breaking above point of control, you can say you can say goodbye to your short, right? Basically, right? Because if you get above point of control, you have a high chance and start claiming the highs, and even the highs here of the dead cat bounce. So it's just not, you would want to have a tighter stop loss. It is resistance, so you know, Bitcoin does have a chance to come back down to the lows and even go lower. So it is resistance, and it is being proven to be resistance, as you can see on the chart. Will you take that decision with good risk management? Obviously that is up to you. I think because the lows have been claimed with this wick that happened yesterday night, Central European time, I think it has a chance to get a recovery here and eat up all of these lower highs. That is obviously my personal opinion. You can think whatever you want. If you're getting into trade setups, guys, manage your risk very well. Let's go through right away. SUI analysis. I can you are the XRP and maker. Thanks. SUI. Some people are saying SUI. SHIB. BLZ. Wow. 125x long go. We could get some more short-term pain with Bitcoin, but come on, sense will tell you it is here to stay. That it is here to stay. Salvador, absolutely. Long BTC DXY is about to drop. It's getting a significant rejection. DXY is getting a significant rejection from this. But will it be enough? Obviously, getting below this level would be my level of it's bearish, guys. As long as we stay above the last higher low, which is this one. So this is just basic market structure: higher low, higher high, higher low, higher low, higher high. Basic market structure. As long as DXY is still above the 102.66 level, it is still bullish structure. It is still bullish trend. The moment it gets beneath this last higher low, it is game on. We got a chance of DXY collapsing for the next coming weeks, but we're still trending up, guys. So so far so good. I like the rejection. Let's see. A lot of people are not going to be a lot of people are not going to agree with my analysis, of course, but I can already tell you that this could be an ABC flat move, corrective move. It's very much possible. I mean, you've probably seen, I've done several different counts, and obviously there is a possibility of this being an ABC flat. Right over there. This being a peak right there and being an ABC flat. It's just a classic claim the highs, claim the lows, continue the uptrend. There is a chance, and the only reason there is a chance for this as well is the DXY, because DXY is at a pivot point of break bearish structure or continue the bearish structure. Any suggestions on Solana? Daniel, thanks for the super chat. Let's take a look at Solana. Why not? Solana, any suggestions on Solana? What is going on with Solana? Solana. No, it's getting consolidated by a nice level. I'm going to leave you guys and love you, because I've got something to do right now. But hopefully you have enjoyed the analysis. I mean, we are at the point of control of this range of the last year. So, well, not exactly, depending if you do take a look at it like this. It's a high volume node because of this large consolidation. Does it have a chance for a bounce? Solana, it kind of created a small little swing failure pattern here of the lows. Yeah, no doubt that this is a possible recovery, short-term recovery level, because lows have been claimed right over here just yesterday with the drop. So it was your long opportunity, no doubt. Claim the low, bang. You have a possibility of a larger recovery here in the next coming days, especially if DXY rejects, especially if Bitcoin gets that recovery. Yeah, it's definitely a high chance that DXY can recover, obviously, with Bitcoin and rest of the high cap coins. Guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. Hopefully you have enjoyed the educational content as always, talking about my, that Elliott count aligns with my analysis also, says DeWalt. Yes, sir. It's very much a possibility. I know you are an absolute maniac doing Elliott wave as well. So happy to see that it's definitely a possibility as well. Super chat to Solana. Yeah, not much on Solana. Solana could get that recovery. Thank you guys for joining the live stream. BLZ, I'll leave BLZ, okay, for the next one. Quick overview on BLZ. Not much to... BLZ is absolutely ripping. What is this? I have no idea what this altcoin is. Oof. Oof. It is interesting because it's getting rejected from this point. Ooh. Phew. It's very wedgy. It's very wedgy, and it's testing a major high. It could fail miserably here, no doubt. Very volatile crypto. Stay cautious trading these ones. It just it can get a massive wick up on the futures exchange. Stay cautious trading these altcoins. BLZ probably can be traded on Bybit. You know the deal, guys. You got a great bonus down below. Another way to support the channel. Fantastic bonus. People leaving the stream already. Thank you very much. If you want to join the Legends community, you got the link down below. If you want to learn how to trade on your own, I explain just much better than on YouTube, of course, on the Masterclass, where you have all of the modules going from the basics to more advanced with the strategies and risk management, so you can be sustainable with profits over time. Masterclass, pay attention. There's all information there. Risk management, the setups, and how you can look for the trading scenarios. Stay cautious, guys, with your trading. Thank you very much. Smash up the like button on your way out, and I'll see you in the next one.